Good afternoon, Parksiders. We are at EPCOT today.
Yep.
I'm Brian.
And I'm TJ.
First up today, we are going to check out the new Geo-82. It's an adults-only lounge. It just opened on June 4th. We have reservations today at 2:40. It's about 2:15, 2:20 now, so we're heading there in a few.
And then we're also going to head over to Communicore. We're going to go to Grab-N-Goof, which is a new booth that has a bunch of new food items. So we're going to go check that out.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Geo-82.
Hello.
Can I offer you a tranquility scented hand towel today?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Thank
There
you.
are. You're welcome. Now, if you're ever needed for your experience, we do have the Russian rice. My favorite feature exactly on this walkway has to be the lemonade walkway. So many years ago, EPCOT was really well known for having their lemonade walkway after the celebrations back into the 80s.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. And then you raise your
We're sitting now and we are in the perfect little corner here. We are right by the window. It is beautiful. I love it so far. It's not too big. It's not too small. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller, but it's not. I think it's like a nice medium-sized lounge. I think it's perfect. I love the views. One of my favorite things lately is how they transformed EPCOT here. What is this? World Celebration, I think is what they call it in the middle here. It's just beautiful. And I can see that fireworks from here would be a great view. It's kind of like a gold bronze accent that they have everywhere, because I heard that originally Spaceship Earth, which is the inspiration for this lounge, it was originally supposed to have a gold look to it, like a gold tinge to Spaceship Earth. So they're playing off that in here. It's really pretty, lots of use of geometric shapes within the bar. I think a great design overall. And I'm not mad about being here during the day. I think this is going to transform even at night even more. It's really beautiful. So I'm interested to see what TJ has to say about it. Let's talk a little bit about getting a reservation. So it opened June 4th. We did not get reservations for opening day. We originally had reservations for July, and I didn't really want to wait till July to experience it, and it's been really hard to get reservations. So I used Thrill Data. So Thrill Data has it's a website that pulls data for like wait times, closures, etc. But they also have a tool where you can go and put in a watch for reservations that pop up, and they have data on reservations for each restaurant, when the last time a reservation became available. Anyway, there's so much data on Thrill Data. So that's how I got this reservation. So if you're having a hard time getting a Geo-82 or any reservation on Walt Disney World property, check out Thrill Data. That might be really helpful for you to snag a reservation for a spot like Geo-82 that's super popular.
Yes, as far as aesthetics, I'll piggyback off of Brian. It looks amazing in here. I also thought it was going to be a little small and cramped in here, but even the table that we have that's tucked away in a corner, with it being right by this huge window, it's so nice. And actually, this view looks a little familiar because one of our friends actually had this exact same table. We did some research and we watched Kristen's video on this, and so she sat at this exact same table, and it's amazing. And then I'll also mention, like the gold accents. It kind of gives it like a subtle 70s vibe, like this, for sure. Just like this you would see in like a 70s house, but I love it. And so our server, she came over and kind of did a walkthrough through the menu. So I'll kind of go over a little bit of it as well. So kind of the first is a cocktail key. and it shows like what glassware it comes in, what ice it's used, and the preparation. And then the next page was kind of like a little backstory of the history behind Geo-82. And she kind of went over some of the cocktails. She went over majority of them, but the ones that we wanted to get. And then she mentioned the first, I believe 4 were kind of slow sippers. And then the other were kind of light and easy sippers. And she said those are probably better for like the Florida heat. But in my mind, I got one of the first ones, the brown butter old fashioned, which will come out in a little bit. I figured I would rather sip it slow because this place, we'll get into prices a little later, is not cheap. So I want to make it worth it. So I'm going to enjoy it. So that's kind of my thoughts behind it. And then on the very last page, there are the small bites. And so we went with the Funghi Flatbread and then the jumbo lump crab Gâteau, which I believe that's how that's pronounced. But yeah, I'm super excited for everything to come out. This looks amazing.
While we wait for our food, I want to remind you, please make sure to subscribe. We have Disneyland content that we just posted, so if you're interested to learn more about the Disneyland Resort, we were just there. We post cruise content as well. We just booked a MSC cruise for August. Plus we have other MSC cruise. We don't sail just MSC, but that just happens to be what's on the channel right now. So travel, food, theme parks, cruises, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you're notified of when our next video goes up.
You went back to the bell.
Getting at least halfway through to express that citrus, that way you get the full experience and the full flavor profile as well. The flavor profile will change slightly once you
I got the Peach Shrub Whiskey Smash. They describe this as bright, delightfully tart, and easy drinking. I would definitely agree. This is a great summer beverage. It is very bright. So it has Toki Suntory whiskey. So I believe that's a Japanese whiskey with Lustau Amontillado sherry, peach, mint shrub, and then bubbles. So they do a little like club soda on the top. And it is super refreshing. It's not too heavy with the peach, just the right amount of peach.
Okay, so for my drink, like I mentioned earlier, I did the brown butter old fashioned, and this is described as harmonious, rich, steady sipping, and brown butter washed. And so in this, there's the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked Bourbon, brown butter, maple, Hella Cocktail Co. Mexican chocolate bitters in that one. And so I already had a sip of mine. I didn't get too much of the chocolate bitters, but I did get the brown butter and maple taste off the initial like first 2 sips. So that was very good. She mentioned for the orange garnish to wait till you get like halfway through to put that in to get the whole experience of it, to get the full taste. And so once I get halfway through, I'll do that. And then also she mentioned this is the only drink that has the geodesic sphere ice cube, if I said that right.
Took a slice of the Funghi Flatbread. My first reaction is that it's small portions. This Funghi Flatbread looked way bigger in people's videos to me, specifically Kristen's. I don't know, it just looked bigger. I thought it was going to be bigger, and then the crab cake is also very small for the price point. So with that said, my expectation for flavor is high because of the small portion size. The flavor better be very much on point for the portion size. And it is, the flavor is there. I would say maybe it's a smidge salty, but there is a rich umami flavor. Though I will say, I'm not sure it makes up for the portion size of it being so small and the price point. But you're paying to be in this space, which I'm not mad about because it's really nice that it's adults only. And it's just kind of it's a special moment. It's a special place to come. You're not going to come here on a weekly basis, per se. There's going to be some people who do, but you're not. This is not like a weekly place type of thing. I would recommend the flatbread, but a little salty, but there is a great umami flavor to it. Definitely give this one a try. So now we got to try the crab cake.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a bite into this crab cake. Being from Maryland, I'm super picky when it comes to crab cakes, if they do it right or not, because Maryland is the home of crab cakes in my opinion. So I'm gonna get a bite into it. My initial thought seeing this is the caviar makes it super fancy. So I'm gonna get it all together and see how this tastes.
But it does make sense because like Geneva is
Ooh. That's very good. I do like that. Let me get a little bit of this caviar. Oh yeah. When you put the caviar and everything together, this is very good. Like Brian mentioned, you wouldn't come here on a weekly basis. You can come here for a special occasion, and I would get this for a special occasion. Like honeymoon, date night, anniversary type thing. This is what this is for. She mentioned there's a cream cheese in here, and that blends very well with all of this. And then the vinaigrette on the bottom is like the perfect touch. Yes, this is very good.
We're downstairs from Geo-82 now. We're all finished. Some final thoughts though on the flatbread. The next bite, the next slice I had didn't have as much sodium as the first one. So I don't know if it was my first bite felt like heavy sodium because I had just had a sip of my drink. I'm not sure what that was about, but I will say that the flavors were a little bit more balanced as I ate into the flatbread. And the crab cake, my thoughts on the crab cake, even though I wouldn't really call it a crab cake, it's more, to me, it gave like seafood dip vibes because it had like the cream cheese and the cheese in the crab cake or the Gâteau, however you say that. It was good. It was a very solid, it was very rich. I will still say that the portion sizes are very small for the prices. But because it's opening week, as we departed and came down the stairs, they gave us rocks glasses, and I can see what it is because and they basically kind of told us we'd be getting these, and this is not going to be for everyone who comes. I think it's just for the first week or so until probably inventory runs out. But for anyone who came during opening week and maybe a little bit beyond, they're giving complimentary glasses, which I thought was a nice touch. And this is really pretty. So if it's too dark here, we'll get a better shot somewhere else, but it has the Geo-82 logo on the glass.
We transferred over to Community Core Hall, and outside is Grab-N-Goof, like we mentioned earlier. But before Brian, he's ordering now over there. While he's grabbing that, I'll give my final thoughts. So for me, I kind of consider that kind of like a special occasion place, or like Brian mentioned, you could consider that kind of like a pre-dinner or after-dinner drink spot. I think that's worth it. The small bites, they're really good, but if I'm showing the bill now, it can rack up pretty easily. So I would say do drinks there and then go to dinner, or after dinner, do drinks there. But it is a very good spot for the vibes, for sure. We were joking as we were sitting, they should enforce like a dress code, because some of the people were coming in super sweaty with just like the basic Mickey tees and short shorts and things like that. And they should enforce a dress code because it looked so nice inside. But yes, it is very nice inside, very aesthetically pleasing.
We ordered everything from Grab-N-Goof, so let's go through it. First up is the mac and cheese bites. It comes with ranch. Then there is the pepperoni pizza ravioli that comes with a marinara and Parmesan sprinkled on top. And then we have the cookies and cream ravioli. This is a sandwich cookie crusted chocolate cream ravioli topped with chocolate ganache, and then there's a vanilla cream. And for the beverage, this is going to be just a sugar rush here. It's Goofy's Gone Fishing. It comes with blue raspberry lemonade with strawberry boba, pearls, and a choice of fish and shark gummies. And it looks like they put both kinds of gummies on top. Nothing here is over $6. So the mac and cheese bites are $5.50. Ravioli is $6. Cookies and cream ravioli is $5.50. Well, okay, the drink is $6.50, so it's over $6. And I was thinking, like, it's kind of dead in here when we first walked in, and we didn't have to have reservations to be here today. We didn't have to make theme park reservations. And I realized coming in that there was no festival happening. So we're now in between festivals. And during that time at EPCOT, it is so dead because people aren't coming to do the festival booths. So that's why Grab-N-Goof is here, because we're between festivals. And I think this is the longest time between festivals we've had in a while. So Grab-N-Goof should be here for another few weeks leading up to Food and Wine, which I'm not sure when Food and Wine starts. I think maybe end of July, August is when Food and Wine starts. So let's go ahead and try these pretty affordable snacks and see if they're tasty at all.
All right, so I'm going to start off with the cookies and cream ravioli. Somebody may or may not have already spilled the blue lemonade in the dipping. So it's just going to be a beautiful blue mix, but we're going to try it. You know what's funny? That kind of reminds me of if you had, what are those called? It's kind of like Lunchables, but for dinner. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to put the name right here. It gives, when you heat it up in the microwave, that brownie. That's what this tastes like. And so there's not too much flavor going on with it. It's just sugar. So take that how you see fit. But it's not bad. It's warm. So that's what it was. I looked it up. If you've ever had kid cuisine, it comes in like a blue little box. That brownie that you would microwave, that's what that tastes like. But all right, let's get on to the pizza one. And so this comes with a, what is it, ravioli sauce? Marinara. Comes with a marinara sauce. And this comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. And they're pretty much the same size, the same shelling. It's not bad. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not the only pizza thing that I taste is the marinara sauce. I really don't know how to describe that filling. I'll let Brian try one and see how it tastes. But my initial thought when it hit my taste buds was taco. So yeah, take that how you see fit. But
I'm not gonna lift up the, what is this called? Because I've already spilt it. The Goofy's Gone Fishin', the raspberry lemonade. I'm not gonna lift it up. I've already spilt it, as TJ hinted. I knew that I wasn't probably gonna love this, so I'm going with low expectations because this just looks like sugar. But I was like, let me get all the menu because why not? And yes, it's all sugar. There's nothing that's breaking up the sugar on that. It is really just sugary. I wouldn't get this again. TJ might try to eat the gummies though.
yeah, that's what I was going to eat before you threw it away.
But it's kind of like a blue raspberry slushy. There is kind of like a acidic flavor from the lemonade, but not like a house lemonade or anything gourmet or gourmet is not the right word, but nothing house made about this. I'll pass, which I kind of already knew. But for $6, I don't think the value there is for me is there for $6. All right, I do not like this Kin's, but we're gonna open it up. I don't like the Kin's ranch that Disney serves, but I think I'll try it naked. This is the mac and cheese bites for $5.50. They're very small, and basically these are they serve you 5, and so this is $1 per bite. It tastes on the outside, the texture is like the fish batter from fish and chips. And there's not a strong cheddar flavor there or cheese flavor. It's very much kids' food. I'm gonna try it dipped in the ranch. the ranch adds nothing for me. These are definitely like pre-packaged, frozen, nothing handcrafted. I don't think there's anything handcrafted sitting here at this table, really. And I'll give you my thoughts on the raviolis after we kind of get up and move. But I'm gonna try these. And we're also gonna show you. I don't know if TJ mentioned that there's an indoor at Communicore Hall. There's an indoor like play area for the kids. So we'll show you what that looks like. My thoughts on the ravioli were that there was not much flavor, either on the pizza one or the cookies and cream one. I say it's maybe good for kids, but this is a pass for adults. I don't think you need to rush over here and try these snacks. We are headed into Communicore Hall now to see what their activation looks like here. It is called, or the sign in front of Communicore Hall says, have a goof-tastic summer. Actually, this is a photo op here, so this is not necessarily what it's called inside, but this is the photo op that they have. PhotoPass is here, ready to take your picture. And let's go in. I actually see Goofy is in here having a good time. But I believe they're doing dances and games in here. This is a nice little activation for the summer.
Bye, Goofy! We love you, pal. We'll see you later. Elsie, all those games. That was so much fun.
I had the best time with you. Give it up for yourselves! And of course, welcome reviews out DJ
Stop it, guys.
That's going to do it for this afternoon at EPCOT. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, and if you have any questions on Geo-82 or anything that you saw today, leave them down in the comments.
Definitely make sure you're subscribed to, like I said before, we do theme park content, food content, and cruise content as well. We actually, as I said, we just booked a cruise this coming August.
Super excited.
In what, like, I don't know, like 60-ish days
Yeah.
or so. It'll be hot, but actually, when you go on a cruise in the summer, it's just kind of nice to escape Orlando because the heat is like just trapped in
It's
Orlando.
stagnant, yeah.
Ugh, yeah. Thanks again for joining. Make sure you hit that like button as well. That really helps us. And we will see you guys next time right here.
All right, bye guys.
Bye-bye.